So Chris,
Yeah.
I'm here to talk for my class. It's an interview. It's a helping interview, just to see help like you through some sort of problem that you're having or whatever.
Okay.
I may glance at the clock over there, so don't feel like I'm not listening to you. Same thing with taking some notes, just so I can get what you're saying down and be able to help you better. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Good. So what's going on with your life right now?
Well, it's basically it's just keeping like schoolwork and work from like interfering with each other, and really probably just getting enough sleep from both of those.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would just be like organizing my time better to make sure I get enough sleep and I still get everything done.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that just involves like procrastinating, not getting stuff started till it's already due, or sometimes it's just it's kind of smaller versions of procrastinating, just putting it off for even 20-30 minutes at a time and like doing one more thing. And I think that just turns everything I do from like 15-minute, half-hour activities to like hour-long ones. So I think my days are a little shorter than they should be.
And so how does that make you feel when this kind of stuff happens?
I don't know, really stressed out, and you get kind of anxious because then you got more things on your plate, and it's a lot to like take in, and that's when you need to be clutch, is when you have a lot of things that you need to get out right away. So I don't know, it's just a headache, really.
So I'm hearing that you're getting some anxiety from procrastinating, and the procrastination turns into 30 minutes when you only meant to do 20, sometimes an hour.
Yeah.
And that sounds maybe frustrating to you a little bit because you're not getting your stuff done.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and when things don't get done, like, how does that make you feel?
I don't know. Just you kind of feel like upset that you let it happen, because by definition you're doing almost nothing the whole time. Like any normal person would clearly be able to say like, "Hey, I could have just done that then." And retroactively, I think like that, but most of the time while I'm doing it, it seems either like justified or excuse me, or it seems it almost seems inevitable that it won't be done until even 5-10 minutes from now. So it's like at no point am I actually able to act outside of this like state of constant procrastination. So it's just like snapping out of it and like focusing up and making sure I get to something can be really difficult sometimes. So sometimes like overall, I guess the whole thing feels like there's something that other people just know how to do, and it's just something that doesn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see that you're comparing yourself to other people a lot.
Yeah.
Is there something that you think could help you focus better, or maybe be less anxious about procrastinating?
Do you mean in terms of looking at other people as like role models,
right,
or things like that? Yeah, I see a lot of people. You, for instance, have very good study habits. You get your projects as quickly as possible. And you do a good job. Yeah, and there's other people that get their homework done early, or always like going to office hours like way more than they ever need to. But like the professor knows them better than anyone else in the class, and I'm sure would like to hang out with them and talk to them more outside of class. And it's like kids like that like not only like do everything they need to, but like take a pride in it, and like really do it because they want to learn as much as they can about it. That's how I should feel, but like I oftentimes don't. But I think it's good to look at other people, and like I think that inspires me sometimes. I'm going like 6 hours at a time where I'm really productive and like trying hard.
And so I see that you're looking at other people. You see them going to office hours, and you think that's a good thing that they're doing that, correct?
Yeah.
And so why haven't you done this to yourself? Why haven't you taken the extra step?
So using office hours is more of a
right.
concrete example.
Or any other example.
Yeah, no, it's alright. I would say that the times I do go to office hours, I don't feel like I know enough about what I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's sounds weird, but there's a very distinct difference between going to someone for complete help. I don't know what I don't know. I just need you to show me around. I'll start pointing out things I don't know and go from there. Which is oftentimes I feel is in many ways disrespectful to them if they have a lot of people coming there that just need questions and they know exactly what formula they're working on or what's wrong with what they're doing and trying to think of a better way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are more productive and more proactive with the type of help they need. They know exactly what they don't know.
Okay.
So I feel if I'm not at that point with something, I shouldn't really. I gotta do something first. Before there's something that I should just get. I know kind of what the office hour is gonna end up going like. I know what kind of questions I'm gonna ask, and I have in my head 2 or 3 different answers why they would say each of them. So I'm sure if I just actually did each of those as problems and stuff and thought about it, I could teach myself most stuff. But and that's what I end up doing at a really slow rate. But going to office hours would really help, and it has helped plenty. In the past, I've gotten through 2 or 3 times as much as what I thought I could have done and know I could have done on my own in 2.5 hours. So I do see the benefit in it. It's just the fact that I have to fit it into any sort of schedule at all,
mm-hmm.
and that it's a physical walk and everything else, and then also the amount, I just said, the amount of preparation oftentimes just feels inadequate. Maybe it's not, but it does. And between those 3 things, it just feels like such a waste of so much energy spent, when in reality I'm spending easily as much energy doing absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work to keep yourself from doing the thing you need to do, but I do it well. And yeah, I think because there's that added part to it, it's just something I just completely end up neglecting and putting off and justifying that I didn't need to do it.
So what I'm seeing here actually is a commonality to your procrastination versus office hours and procrastination. They go together, it seems like. You're saying that it's a lot of work to do it. It takes a lot of time. And you're kind of rationalizing these ideas in your head of why you won't go to office hours. Sounds very similar to procrastination. Do you see that commonality there?
The way I'm treating it directly.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a more deep-rooted procrastination with the office hour that's kind of found its way into the level of a habit. I just I know I always write down when the office hour is, where it is, where their office hour is, because occasionally I do go in and but those are for other things checking up on how I did on something, not actually using them the way they should be used, which is to learn and learn faster.
Okay.
Which is what separates the people that I look up to from everybody else. They stand out because they realize, they just inherently do them. People that really do them well, they make it look so normal and so much part of them that that stands out.
Mm-hmm. I know they sound probably amazing in your eyes, but to me it sounds pretty amazing the fact that you would even go there once. Some people won't do that. Some people don't even think to go there. Some people are too anxious about going there. So the fact that you've gone there once to check on your progress is great.
Yeah, no, I mean, I felt the benefit, and and whatnot and of going. So I've definitely seen like this is going to be edited out of the video because I'm continuing talking, but it's alright. That's about a minute, like 11:30, a little before 11:30. You should probably jot that down somewhere, like
I
right
can't
now.
edit the video, sweetheart.
Oh, it's an unedited,
Yeah.
uninterrupted thing?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Alright.
So you should have told me that beforehand.
I told you
because
that.
You did?
Yeah.
And I wasn't paying attention.
It's okay. Anyways,
I'm sorry.
is there anything else you'd like to talk about right now?
No, but I think the procrastination thing's, something that's important that I definitely do need to work on, and like just again like putting off how to solve it is like the biggest irony I could think of, and it's like it's killing me because like there's a reason why it's ironic, because it's a hard thing to like think about and like actually solve. Like people find it funny because most people can just get over it, and they just I find it funny, I find it hilarious, and I cannot get over it. Like I cannot actually act out like that. That's a very real thing for me. So like are there some ways that I can perhaps diffuse that to make solving it itself an easier task?
Well, you said it was a habit, so maybe just taking the time to try to change certain things to make it not so much of a
My
habit.
demeanor in general.
Right, your demeanor. Even maybe have someone hold you accountable to tell you, "Hey, you're procrastinating right now. Let's get back to work," kind of thing. Because it sounds like you're an individual and you like to work on your own, like you did with the office hours of finding your own decision. But maybe just finding someone to help you through that, to decide like, hey, I need to get back on track, might be helpful, is what I'm seeing here. Is that a possibility?
Definitely.
Okay.
And I think I just found some help. So.
Okay, good. Alright.
Sounds good. Sounds like I'm on the right track.
Good. So I'm glad that we can work on your schoolwork and sleep and try to take back a little bit of procrastination and do well. And thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I know it's very strapped for time, as you said.
No, it's been a very productive